Hello everyone and welcome back. As you can see in this video, we are tackling a bunch of dog hair. And throughout the video, you'll see a few different tools that I use to manage it. And all in all, I have about 4 different tools that I use, 4 different kinds of brushes, maybe 5. And I like to mix it up. I keep on coming back to the red one, which is my personal favorite. I think it performs the best. But I have a few and I like to mix it up just to kind of see if one's not quite cutting it, I'll mix it up a little bit. But this was in a Jeep Wrangler, and the customer called me, and we were originally going to do it the next week. But then I looked at the weather to look ahead, and that week was a beautiful week. It was like a Friday, I want to say, and the next week was just like snowstorms. So I had to fit this one in on a Saturday, which I didn't mind doing, and my customer definitely appreciated it as well. But this was the vehicle, and it was caked in dog hair. And one of my regrets is, with this vehicle in particular, I regret not filming more of it. I only have about 2 videos that I shot while I was working on this because I was in a little bit of a time crunch. Well, not really, but I knew that if I filmed it, I might be. And so I always decide to err on the side of caution of getting the job done for the vehicle instead of filming and then cutting corners for the customer. I would never want to do that to a customer. But as you can see, this brush right here, it works pretty well. You just gotta kind of scrub it into a pile and then vacuum it up and then repeat. And so there'll be a few spots in this video where after the fact you might be thinking, well, that doesn't look very good. And the truth is that that's not the end. I filmed the best parts, but I didn't want to have a 30-minute video of me getting after every single little thing, so I did kind of just the gist of it. But I did do several passes after the camera stopped. So as you can see here, it does come up pretty well. And when most customers, when they're worried about dog hair, the reason that is because if you've ever tried to vacuum up hair, any kind of hair, it doesn't work very well. You can get a little bit, but most of it's embedded into the carpet fibers, which makes it very tricky. If you have a simple brush like these though, it's a lot easier. All you gotta do, it takes a bit of time, but it gets the job done. And if you're a detailer yourself, or you've ever talked to a detailer, you'll know that most detailers charge extra for dog hair removal. Now, I personally don't. I have an excessive fee that I will put in place, but that's pretty rare that ever even happens. So what I do, because I just can't fathom leaving the hair. What happens if someone doesn't want to pay for the extra add-on? Do you just give the car back caked in hair? I can't imagine doing that. Maybe they just won't do the service at all, and that I guess I can kind of understand. But for me, it doesn't seem to, I don't know, it doesn't bother me too much to do the hair. And I have to admit, most of the cars that I have had bad dog hair in have been relatively clean in other aspects, so it all kind of evens out all around the board. I've been getting a few comments from people who watch my videos, and they'll ask me kind of about the numbers of my business and kind of the more business side of things. And if you are interested in that kind of stuff, I actually do have another channel where I talk more about the business side of things, being the business owner, dealing with customers, your pricing, all of that kind of stuff. This channel I reserve for people who just like to watch the work, or people who are interested in the detailing side of things. And then that other channel is more focused on the business side of things. So it's called Free Business Owner. You might have to do a little bit of searching. I'll make sure to link down to it below. But if you're interested in what one might expect to make as a detailer, I try to be very transparent on there about real numbers. I don't push any sales or anything like that. It's just for me to help other people out who are in similar situations, and I hope to build a community of people who can work together. So this was the second video. As you can see, I've removed most of it already at this point, and then I decided I had better pull out the camera to film it. So as you can see though, this stuff just kind of comes right off. And so this stuff was caked on just everywhere in the vehicle. This vehicle did take a little bit longer, but not too much longer. And like I said in the beginning, I do have a few different tools that I use for hair, and this would have been a great opportunity to showcase all of the different tools, the pros and cons, and which one is the best in my opinion. And I regret not doing that on this video, but I am supposed to have an appointment in just a few days where they mentioned that hair would be an issue. So if I find that that's another good opportunity to make that video, I'll for sure make that video, because I do know that people are curious as to what tool is best. But going back to the other channel, The reason I made that is just because when I was new, I felt like I needed someone who I could ask questions to, and I reached out to a few people and just asked, business sides of questions, and what kind of equipment do I need? How much can I make from this or that? Those kinds of things. Some people replied, some people didn't, but I always kind of wanted to be. I feel like I know that I understand there's competition, but I think if we work together, then there's much more growth to be had and shared for everybody. So that's the reason I have that channel. So check it out if you're interested in that at all. Also, be sure to let me know. I had a comment the other day saying that I needed a new microphone because my audio was poor. And so I did get one. I am using it now. I don't know if it's making a difference, if it's any better. I actually have to go to my car and just sit in it with no heat or anything, just to have as much quiet as I possibly can, because otherwise it just picks up sounds of different things, and so I try to avoid that. But let me know if that makes a difference, if you like the music in the videos or whatever else. But I appreciate you watching this video, lasting this long if you've lasted this long, and I'll catch you next time.